this crazy idea for a beer. I see the whole country being divided and diverse, but I get an idea for a beer that it doesn't matter if you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, it doesn't matter what sex you are, it doesn't matter what race you are, where you're from, what you believe in. I've got a beer that's going to bring America back together one beer at a time, and it's called Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer, brother.
Hulk Hogan, fresh off stumping at the RNC for pro-insurrectionist, pro-white supremacist President Donald Trump, is launching a beer. Comedian Paul Scheer would analyze it.
We all want a good life. We want our family, our friends. We want to have the borders closed.
Wait. He just snuck in. We want the border. He wants the borders closed, and he sneaked that one in.
I'm glad he caught it, because we did too when taking this in.
And at the end of the day, we want God back in our schools and in our churches and in our life.
Holy cow. We all want God back in our lives. I don't want to get killed at the gas pump. I just want mandatory prayer at the beginning of every school day. I mean, I really was. I was on board. I was on board, and I thought it was maybe just a little short-sighted. Now, holy cow, that was woo.
Incredibly well done.
But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero and they tried to kill the next president of the United States? Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Embarrassingly, a great way to get women voters to the polls is, of course, this. Now, Hogan is out promoting a beer in different cities in America. You could see him snapping photos with folks as well. Now, if we look closer, it's going to give off big J.D. Vance at the gun show vibes, because much like that Vance photo that he posted and somehow remains up to this day, when you zoom in, it will show the Hulkster posing with a literal schmozzy. The snapshot was taken as Hogan promotes the bevy, this time in Boise, Idaho. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Sometimes they're also worth 1,000,000. To be clear, the beer company not doing great as of late.
Hulk Hogan fired a brand ambassador because she was black. We already know how Hulk Hogan feels about black women dating one of his children. So we already know that. That recording's out there. Influencer Essence, Janai, has made allegations against Hulk Hogan that she was fired from her position as a brand ambassador for Hogan's, quote, real American beer, end quote, business due to her being black. According to this influencer via her TikTok, her contract was supposed to last a week, but after promoting the brand for just one day on July 2nd, Hogan canceled the contract, okay? So she revealed that she was replaced immediately by other brand ambassadors on July 3rd who were white. She also shared a text message from Hogan's team stating that Hogan wanted to cancel the events completely. Quote, her agent wrote, Essence, you didn't do anything wrong at all. In fact, I'm sure you did great. But this client wants us to cancel the rest of the event this week. I'm really sorry. So she replied, oh my God, what happened? Are they only taking me off of the events, or are they canceling the events completely? Her agent replied, all the rest of the events are canceled completely.
The influencer in question to the beer brand, Essence Janae, would post a video on TikTok with the following caption. Hulk Hogan, thanks for making it clear that you don't work with black brand ambassadors. Janae would take screenshots and post online of the influencers who would take her place. They are all white. Now, the Sportster would report Hogan and his team denied Essence Janae was fired because of her race. They laid blame at the agency and wanted all eyeballs and blame off of the beer brand. Their statement would read as follows. Real American Beer simply terminated its short-term relationship with the third-party marketing agency. Hulk Hogan was not involved in that decision, and race was not a factor. We are in communication with the agency in an attempt to clear the misunderstanding and incorrect information. While that statement could very well be true, we also do have a history that is worth bringing up when it comes to Hulk Hogan.
Hogan is heard on the tape, which was recorded in 2006, talking about his daughter Brooke, who he accused of sleeping with an African American. I mean, I am a racist to a point. But then, when it comes to nice people and whatever, then says, I mean, I'd rather, if she was going to I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot worth $100 million, like a basketball player. Guess we're all a little racist.
What we saw in that tape is exactly what 21st century racism looks like. You may like black people and be friendly to black children, but you don't want your child to marry a black person.
In addition, via billboard, citing the tape leak, he used the N-word yet again when describing a rival, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, also calling him the word you see on your screens, which I feel like no white person should say. Back to that neo-schmazi with the Hulkster, this wouldn't be the first time a wrestler was spotted with this insignia. Recall that logo being in a photo sported by none other than wrestling great The Undertaker. Yeah. Is your childhood ruined yet? Might be. His real name is Mark William Calloway. This goes one of two ways. Him and his team either miss this or they don't care. What I would say is it certainly says something about the company you keep and those who flock to your events. For example, if you see the shirts at Trump rallies, if you see some of the people who support the Confederacy, and they attend your rallies, you have a duty to, pardon the pun, bolt them out of your rally. Kick them out. And if you allow them, in the words of Tom Morello, if you have 10 people at a table and 9 are schmazzies, well, you have 10 schmazzies. I await to see what the Hogan camp does. They will probably ignore this because it hasn't been picked up by bigger outlets. So let's blow this up and see what they say.
If you'd like to hear more thought-provoking content like TYT Sports on Facebook and to help in my journey to keep media independent, go to tyt.com/Rick.